How to increase your salary. Cool guys behind the scenes and scorpions.
Whoa! I'm Bummer Webb.
And I am Chris.
And you've been listening to First Week You Sedgefield.
It's Kermit! It's Kermit! There's a chance this is recording. There's also a chance this isn't recording. How do you feel it's going?
I'm hoping it's recording. But it feels recordery.
Okay, you still sound like a robot though.
Oh, do I?
Yes. I mean, in the comments there was even a suggestion that you are a robot.
Ah, was there really?
Is there any truth to this?
I give you 20 seconds to comply.
A Russian robot. No.
Yes, a Russian.
Wow.
Well, that was my Arnie voice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Terminator. I think it was Terminator. Yeah, 20 seconds to comply.
I just thought that you were one of the conspiracy theorists who thought that all Russians are in fact robots. There are wild conspiracy theories out there, man.
That's quite a thing.
It's not just flat
because
earthers.
It looks like a cold place, so you would think maybe you would need to be a robot to live in such weather. But I must say, I've recently met a friend of mine. Sorry, I recently had a beer with a friend of mine who had spent a year or so there.
Yeah, C-3PO.
Yes. And he was saying it was wonderful. He was
really?
delighted. He said, yeah, it's great.
You don't often hear that, do you?
Well, I don't often meet people who have been to Russia. Maybe they don't let them out again. I don't know. Or maybe people get there and stay there.
Yes, because they're not...
like Sedgefield.
Yeah. You know what? That's true. It's a delightful place to live, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it just?
It is a very...
Sedgefield.
Yes.
Okay.
Good. Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, I can't speak on Russia's behalf.
Yeah. Good. No one really can. But no, it is. It's a delightful place to live. It's a place where people look out for each other. There are so many special things about humans coming together and as a community that makes this slice of South Africa and of the garden route just so especially special.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
No, it's awesome.
And one of those...
Every time you meet people that have recently moved to Sedgefield, they're just in awe.
Oh, yeah.
They're just, wow.
Well, didn't know this was here. It's always we just thought, and I've heard this a lot, and we said the same thing. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Was we always just thought it was the small strip along the highway with a place that just smelt like kind of deep fried chips. And fish that may or not be fish. You know.
Yes, absolutely.
But there is a little bit more to it than that.
So much more. Yeah.
And this is just one of the greatest. Man, I loved the front page of The Edge, which came out this week. Came out yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday, we're recording on Thursday, so it was Wednesday. And the picture on the front with that beach wheelchair.
Wow, It was such a, and I must say, and Angela Bax is the lady that took the picture, and it really is. I would say it's one of the best front page pictures we've had.
Yeah. It hits you in the feel goods.
Yes, which is the best place to be hit.
Right. Yes. No, absolutely. Yeah. So great to see. You know, I was a little bit worried, a little bit skeptical when I saw the appeal for it for this wheelchair,
for the special beach wheelchair.
Yeah, because it was quite pricey.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I thought, well, is it really going to be utilized or not utilized? I knew that it would be, but my goodness, that's a big chunk of change. Well, but there was a great response.
Yes, it was, and the real nice thing of it was that it wasn't an appeal for someone to make money. It was basically an appeal to have these things available, one or two, in Sedgefield. For those of you who haven't read the story, basically it's a Mursa wheelchair with big fat tackies that goes over the sand.
Oh, magic.
So it's long, so it's the weight displacement thing. So, because we go to the beach and we're happy. We just walk over the dune. But people who are challenged, paraplegics or quadriplegics, even with the greatest will to push a normal wheelchair over that sand dune, just doesn't happen.
Sure.
So this is a beach wheelchair, and it's great. And the picture on the front page is
Says
this
it all,
lady.
man.
She's got a grandchild on her lap.
Yo.
She's in the wheelchair. Another grandchild running next to her. A dude at the back pushing.
Yes.
And her friend at the front pulling. I mean, I don't think you need all that personnel to move the thing.
No.
I think
But-
it was
but you
just they
get
were
to.
just joining in.
Oh, it's so great.
Yeah,
it
it
just
was
it
so
leans
cool.
into kind of family and people being able to experience it. I actually saw that exact family and
Okay.
kind of said hello and waved to them at the newly opened play park there by the
yes.
lines by the police
The
station.
newly renovated and
Schmow,
refurbished. And,
wow. What a spot, man.
isn't it
It is-
amazing? Hey, absolutely amazing.
It is just magic. I mean,
Yeah.
I frequent a lot of playgrounds with my children.
Okay. Oh, you take your children sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
There is the grown-up playground. They like to go and visit there.
Oh, okay.
and I did 3 pull-ups.
Oh, did you? Well
did it.
done.
I did
Yes.
it.
Which
Yeah,
3? Okay.
A few
2 of
pull-ups
them
and
were
a-
your socks.
3 pull-ups and 4 throw-ups.
Oh, well
It was
well
quite a
done.
time. No, but what an incredible play park. Revive Sedgefield, you biscuits.
Yeah, they've done an
Hey.
amazing job. We aren't allowed to talk too much about it.
It's tough to, yeah.
Yeah. There's been an embargo on the media side of it.
Okay,
That's
so you're
why
not
we
allowed to
haven't
talk
really
about it.
featured it in the paper. Yeah, we can't really talk about it. There's a TV program. I see the flags are up, so I'm allowed to talk about
Yes.
that. Called Helper Dorp.
Okay.
It's the Lotto Land Helper Dorp
Okay.
TV program.
On
It's going to
CakeNet.
be on CakeNet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cake. Is that something for catching cakes? I
Yes.
don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
they're on that channel,
For cakes.
and it'll be sometime. I think is it 11th
December.
or 12th of December.
Oh, I don't know. I just know
So
it's
we
the
can't
December I
have a big
saw.
media splash in the edge about this park.
But it is beautiful.
yeah,
there's
it's
like
stunning.
art on the bins. The
Wow.
benches are beautiful. There's a
Yeah.
play track for the kids to run around on bicycles, little stop signs, a fairy house.
Wow.
It was absolutely phenomenal. Really special time. A lot of people coming out. Oh, chase boards on the benches
cool.
in the under the tree, which is going to be great. I know some homeschooler kind of families are
Yeah.
going and visiting there as well. It's just
That's
this great
great.
shared space that we all get to
wonderful.
be in and be part of.
Wonderful.
Just yet another thing that just makes our town extra special and really, really cool. And I think there are going to be great engagements and great. I mean, it's a bit of a theme that we're
Is it?
starting off
Okay.
with now.
Oh yes, yeah.
And we'll speak about it a little bit later. But just of the community showing up, stepping up, and just being in each other's lives.
Yes,
And that makes
yeah.
a huge difference when we're in each other's lives.
Yeah.
It does feel a little bit like
It's very profound.
Thank you. Yeah,
okay.
I've been working on that.
Oh, have you? Yeah,
I
that's
didn't just come up with it on
you,
the spot. I did.
Did you write it on a T-shirt or something? You should do.
Sure, I wrote it on my hand. It's a bit
okay,
smudged.
that's okay.
But one of the things that is there to help us is our council, right? The
Oh,
municipality,
yeah.
the councillors, everything like that. We're shifting gears to that now, and we're gonna sit in this gear, first gear. It's gonna feel like for quite a bit of it. But I'd like to preface it with a fable.
A fable.
A well-known fable by Leah Nito Berg. It's written in funny text. I don't know. But
Okay.
here's the fable for you.
Okay.
A scorpion asks a frog to carry him across a river, promising not to sting him. The frog hesitates, but agrees after the scorpion assures him they would both drown if he stung. Midway across, the scorpion stings the frog.
Oh no.
As they both begin to sink, the frog asks why. The scorpion replies, "I couldn't help it. It's in my nature."
Ooh.
Is it in the nature of a politician to?
Ooh.
This is my, because I'm probably sounding pretty unfair at the start. And
Yeah, but I know you're frustrated. Yeah,
I'm heavily frustrated. What are we talking about? We're talking about the salaries first.
Okay, so yeah, the big story of last week was that the council had a meeting to discuss their an approval of a salary increase backdated
Ooh.
to July 2023. I think it was July,
22.
June or July.
Wasn't it 2? It was about 2 years, wasn't it?
Or was it 2 years?
I think it was 2 years.
Let me check this newspaper I have handy here.
Oh, is it
no,
The
to
Edge?
June 2023.
Okay.
It was.
Okay, so backdating it to there. So an increase, not just now and going forward, but all the way from back there.
Backdated
So a
to
nice
there,
big
yeah.
lump in time for December.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Okay. Look, apparently it's the legalities of it are all above board and what have you. But
sure.
why they had to discuss it was the Minister of the Anton Bredell, the
Minister of Anton Bredell, yeah.
The Minister of Anton Bredell.
He's got a bishop too.
Okay, Anton Bredell, the local government minister for the Western Cape, had sent a letter saying, dudes, no, come on. Because the Niger municipality has an unfunded budget, which means they want to spend this amount, but they've only got this amount, which is less than this amount.
Oh, we spoke about that, yeah.
We did.
Yeah. Okay.
So he kind of said, guys, to do this is just not fair because there's people stepping in, and we'll talk about that later as well, stepping in to help the municipality achieve things that are necessary to running the town for the town's survival, and yet you're going to give yourselves a backdated pay increase. Now, I have to say here, because I did some digging, the pay increase itself wasn't a lot.
Okay.
3%, I was told.
Oh.
And I was told that by a DA councillor. So that, it wasn't it wasn't in his to his advantage to drop the amount, if you know what I mean.
Yes,
so,
No, it's
3%
almost goes against case, or the principle.
So that's fine. But backdating it was the huge thing. And Anton Bredell said, come on, as a show of good intent.
That's it.
Just don't do it.
You got a struggling municipality. There are a lot of it. By the sounds of it, there are people who are kind of not getting paid. Contractors not getting paid. I mean, I'm not being unfair in saying that, right? Contractors not getting paid. And in the council meeting where they were discussing this, it was one of the shortest ones that they've had, or that I've listened to at least. The one that's currently going on right now is about 3 hours in, and
still
it's
going on,
still going strong. Oh boy! But they spoke about it and were saying, guys, on principle, won't this send a message to our constituents? To our people to say, hey, we know we're in tough times. We know that there are, and they even said this I thought was very cool. We're working hard. And there are a lot of people working flip off hard. Like they are giving it their all, overtime and extra hours and all of that. But won't it just send a message to say, hey guys, we're not chasing the money, because they are, and this we didn't mention this earlier, and I do want to jump in on this because it's hearing from Revive Sagefield, who did Play Park, who's done such amazing things around town, how there are these municipal workers and people kind of on the books and around who are just doing a rocking job. And
brilliant.
A lot of people really working very hard.
That's it. The guys on the ground.
That's
it. Seems that they are working so hard. There's a letter in our paper this week about the licensing office.
Oh, I thought it was the letter F.
Oh.
Probably an A. It was a good one.
Licensing office saying how helpful they were. This is great. This is what we need. But it just seems that I don't know if it's the upper management and the council. I don't know. But we're not getting the impression that they are putting it in, putting the hard work in.
Putting in the hard work.
In the article about the salary increase, on the agenda for that meeting. So the meeting was last Monday? Or was it the Monday before? Anyway.
I think it was last Monday. Monday.
On the agenda was the documentation, the letter from Anton Bredell, and the suggestion from the acting MM that they take note of the letter. So that's like saying, yeah, we see it.
Yeah.
We saw that letter.
It's there.
All cool.
Yeah.
We acknowledge, we take note.
We got to
But
see.
we do recommend,
Yeah.
the MM would like to recommend that they go ahead with the backdating of salaries. He did say, based on budget availability.
Oh, well, it's not available.
I don't know.
Me saying to the kids, you can have all the cookies that are in the kitchen that you want. Just go wild, but there are none there.
Yeah,
Is it
I
that?
don't know. I
Maybe.
can't get my head around that. It seems very strange. But
is
on
odd.
the same paperwork,
Yeah.
were the actual salaries of
Oh.
the councillors.
Yes,
And
from
we'll-
councillors.
from the councillors up to the
Whoa.
mayor.
Okay.
So now this,
That's interesting.
When I saw this,
did
this gave me a problem.
Oh.
Presented
I'm
a
sorry.
problem to me.
Yeah.
No, look, because the difference between the salaries and because that's a public document,
Yeah.
and people
Yeah, yeah. It's
are
on their website.
allowed
We
to
can
look
download
up
it.
the
Yeah.
website and all that. So I'm not betraying any trust.
No.
Putting their salaries out there, but I need to do it to give to make a point.
These are public servants.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Servants.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Sorry.
So the variation in the salaries of the councillors is huge.
Ooh, okay.
So a part-time councillor, that is a normal councillors. I think that's like the Ward 1 and Ward 2 councillors.
Okay. Part-time
I'm-
ones. Okay.
They are. I'm presuming they are what they call on this list a part-time councillors, because
Yes.
there's no other thing for them to be.
The lowest echelon.
There isn't just a full-time councillor thing.
Yeah.
There's a part-time councillor thing.
Okay.
So they earn it's over 307,000 a year. I must quickly state a year.
Help me with
So
the math.
that's
yeah?
pretty much on 25,600 rand a month.
Okay. And I'm assuming there's going to be tax and everything. Okay. So
So that's
Decent,
that's their remuneration package.
Okay.
So I'm presuming that things like cell phone allowances and all that are built
Yes,
into
yes.
that,
Yeah,
are
yeah.
part of that.
yeah.
So that's, well, for some that's huge. For
yeah.
others that's not huge.
That's very middle class, I think it's fair to say.
middle class. Yeah, if I look at salaries around, it doesn't knock me out as a fantastically huge amount.
Yeah.
It doesn't knock me out definitely doesn't knock me out as a small amount.
Oh, yeah. No, my goodness.
I wouldn't mind earning it. Put
Yes.
it that way.
Yeah.
But
No, absolutely, I'm there.
that aside.
Yeah.
But what gets me is as soon as you go up in the council, so if your coalition happens to be ruling,
Yes.
and so that you are put on a mayoral committee,
Okay.
Or
So it's like
if-
closer to the mayor, kind of consulting and doing.
yes, so
just higher up.
mayor has a smaller committee,
Yeah.
and then each of those members head up oversight
Oh,
committees
I see.
and
Okay.
that sort of thing. So you'll have a mayoral committee, you'll have an infrastructure
Okay.
committee,
Community services.
a community services committee, and whatever.
Okay. So that's how that fits in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you are a member of the executive committee, that's the mayoral committee,
Yeah.
your salary shoots up from 25,600 a month to 60,700 a month.
Not a year.
No, that's a month. That's a month.
What?
So what
Wait.
I'm saying is it.
Whoa.
Okay, and you can go up if you are the deputy mayor.
Yeah.
It goes up to 64,700 a month.
Oh, my goodness.
If you're the actual executive mayor,
Yes.
it's 81,000 per month. Oh, so
This is some bucks, man.
yeah, if you are a chairperson of an oversight committee,
Yeah.
that's 59,500 a month,
Whoa.
and just above that is if you are chief whiff. Chief?
If you whiff better than anybody else, if that's
If you're a cheap whiff, if you've got bad deodorant. No, if you're the chief whip, it's 50. What is that? That's
Wow.
also 60,700. So, but the point I want to make, and we can talk whether these salaries are deserved or not,
Yeah.
and people can
Yeah,
argue.
yeah.
That till they're blue in the face. We
Yeah.
don't have any control. These are
That's it,
recommended by government.
Yes.
And they're in the
not
books.
just
and
made
whatever.
up psych out of
They
them,
can't
yeah.
just make them up. What gets me though is the fact that let's say if you want another member the member of another party to go into coalition with you.
Oh, goodness.
You can
Okay.
offer them a position
Yeah.
on the mayoral committee. There's no qualifications or anything like that involved. So you can say, you can go onto the mayoral committee if you join my coalition.
Oof.
So that would mean
Oy.
that your salary will
Yeah.
go from 25,600 a month to 64,700 a
Oh.
month. That's more than double.
And just
quite a bit more than
just
double.
votes alongside us.
That's basically
Oh,
join our
man.
coalition.
The
So
system.
now it's a crazy system.
It
And
is.
they all use it.
Yeah.
I'm not
No,
going to
on
accuse
both sides
the
of
ANC
every
or
which
the
way.
DA or the EFF or whatever.
Correct,
Any of they all use it
Whoa.
to say, okay, we've got 8 seats, the opposition have got 9, or vice versa.
We've got to pass
Join
things.
us in a coalition,
Yeah.
and then you'll get a mayoral committee seat.
And how oh.
So now you've got
it hurts,
people,
man. It hurts.
people earning these phenomenal salaries.
Mm.
And then the further thing is they are going to protect them.
Yes, of
with
course you
all
would.
they have.
You're on a career path.
Yeah.
Same as you would in any big corporate kind of setting. You work up and you go up.
Yeah.
Kind of all of the career rungs. And you want to hold on to that.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
boy.
I put it to you. So let's say you're on the mayoral committee of Party X.
Yes.
Oh, have you heard about the new party I'm forming? It's called Party X. Yeah.
Is it run by Elon Musk?
Party yes. Party X is you've got a coalition with them, and even though you're Party Y,
Why? Why
So
are you
you're
here?
Party Y, and they say Party X says, "Hey,
keep
come to
quiet.
our coalition and
Give
you
us your X."
You say why, and they say because we want to get majority, and we will then put you on the mayoral committee.
Sure.
And you say,
It's-
great,
it's broken.
There's your salary.
It's broken.
Wow. Then
Yeah.
let's say you think that Party X is actually making some dumb decisions. They're really not.
Actually, don't agree.
Are
Yeah.
you going to vote against them for anything and lose your seat in the coalition, lose your seat on the mayoral? Suddenly your salary is more than halved.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it?
You're going to kneecap yourself?
Eish, I don't know.
I mean, if I'm in that situation, like, let's make it reasonable.
Yeah.
We're in this. If you're in the system, you worked that hard. You're working the hours for this position. If we put it as that, that's something incredibly valuable, something very difficult. It's going to be very tough to say, okay,
I'm going to vote with my conscience, and tough.
Oh, very, very tough.
Very,
But
very tough.
That being said, there are some very generous ones in there, apparently, who are very generous. And
with their salaries.
with their salaries, they
Did
they
you-
support the community.
You also heard that on the meeting.
I did.
Yeah. Did you manage to save a clip?
I
Perhaps
did. This is what it sounds like.
So I'm not a ward councillor, but I can guarantee you, I can tell you how hard I work. With my salary, I assist the poor people whom this municipality can't assist. Remember that our people are not working. If you don't bury your people in your ward out of your pocket, because the municipality doesn't have funds for everybody. Every day people are dying, every weekend there's funerals whereby you as a councillor and as a leader of that party, you must assist with your money. So what I'm saying is, let us just vote. Those who doesn't want it mustn't accept it. They must just say no, give it to the orphanage home.
So I long for the days. Having heard that clip, I long for the days of before politics came into municipal affairs,
Yeah.
and when councillors worked as volunteers.
What was the wheel around?
Yeah, there was a wheel.
Did you all have TV?
And it wasn't the
Electricity
wheel
to the
of
home?
fortune. No, look. We're going to those bygone days where
Like right now, should I lock up?
Yeah. And they when the Sedgefield had its own municipality and it was small, and I don't want to say that councillors shouldn't be paid,
Yeah.
because I know they do have to work hard.
Exactly,
and so on
support
and so
family,
forth.
yep.
But let me just tell you back the days of bygone era. So we moved to Sedgefield in 1998. Well, we moved to Renendal, where my in-laws lived, and we sponged off them for a few months until the Edge was making a little bit more money, so we could afford a little cottage overlooking Lake Pleasant and move in there with our worldly goods.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, our 2 children,
And a
2
toaster
towels,
and a fridge.
toaster and a fridge.
Yeah.
And the fridge was broken in the move. Oh, yeah, it
I'm
did
sorry.
something wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I said to my good wife,
The good one, yeah.
the good one, I said, look, I've got to go into town to do some stuff, but I phoned the fridge fixing company person to come and look at our fridge. Yes. He owns a lot of fridges. He's a fridge magnet. Woo! I'm here every week, folks. No, so I'd phoned him and said, please, can you come along and fix our fridge? So because I had to go into Sedgefield and to meet various people and
You're very important, yeah.
go on my
No, I
hands
get
and
you, I
my
get you.
knees
Yeah.
to beg them to advertise in the newspaper. Please,
So many people
please.
read it. It's so good.
And we were just turning the newspaper into a proper newspaper. It was an ad rag at that time. So
Yeah.
we'd been to various functions as a newspaper, celebratory little town functions.
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
the opening of the sports club and things like that. So my wife phones me a couple of hours later and says, the man's here to fix the fridge.
I'm on my way. Oh, to fix the fridge. Okay,
Yes.
okay. Yes.
So I
Yeah.
thought, well, what, yeah.
Good.
Show him where the fridge is. Yeah. Thought she'd been on the vodka again. But no, I'm joking.
I think
I'm
I know
joking.
where it is.
So I said, show him where the fridge is and tell him it's not working. And she said, yes, but it's the mayor.
What?
And it was the mayor who was coming to fix our fridge.
Wait, the fridge. Oh, no, not the fridge. The man coming to fix it.
The fridge
You're
wasn't
not that
the mayor.
small town.
We hereby
The mayor-
elect our fridge, the mayor, or the mayor of the fridge. No, so basically, and his name, he's still in Sedge. Wonderful man, Nick Oberson,
No
was
ways.
the mayor, but he also ran an appliance company fixing appliances because he wasn't being paid to be a mayor.
Yeah.
He did it out of the goodness of his heart.
Wow.
He wanted to see Sedgefield go well. So
He
we
wanted to
had
make Sedgefield
it
great again.
And I asked my wife, is he wearing his gong? The big mayoral chain. And he wasn't.
Oh, he
because
wasn't.
it gets in the way. I
No,
think,
a little
when
bit,
you're-
yeah.
When you're lying under a fridge or...
That's amazing.
you
But
lie
doesn't
under a
that
fridge,
sit
then-
so nicely?
It does, doesn't
Imagine
it? It does.
that.
It does. So... Yeah.
Wow.
I do. But I appreciate that people should be paid for their day's
Yeah,
work.
yeah, no, definitely
but
not saying
I'm
that.
saying quite categorically
Uh-huh.
that they should all be on the same salary.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Maybe
That's a hot
maybe
take
the
right
mayor
there.
should earn 10% more, 15% more.
I mean, that-
maybe
there
I
was-
don't know if you're on a committee, maybe 5% more,
Yeah.
10% more, but don't make it such an attractive position that you'll do anything to do it and you'll do anything to stay there,
That's it.
even if it means turning your back on your community.
Yeah, and the essence of that would be, again, one of my truisms here, but make the main thing the main thing.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
All right, but it feels like the main thing might be, and I can't say it for everyone, but it certainly feels like it, and the figures point to it, and all evidence points to that it's a lot about the cash.
Yeah.
And it's a lot about the power.
Yeah.
But it's not about serving the community, whether it be through fridge repair or through mayoring.
Yes.
Like-
I
Oy,
just...
oy, oy.
Yeah, I'm not meeting anyone who's saying, wow, I'm really impressed with how our council's doing. It just doesn't
Not even
seem to-
on the council.
No. And look, as we said earlier, a lot of them on the council, when they were arguing the point about the backdated salaries, a lot of the councillors were saying, what do you mean we're not doing service delivery? Come to
Yeah.
my ward. Things are going much better there. I haven't, and I know you haven't been to those wards.
That's right,
So
yeah.
maybe they're right. I don't know. But, well, let's talk now. Let's move on to people on the ground.
That's it. Yeah.
members of the community, and a lot of it is in Knysna as well. Well, in this instance, all of them are in Knysna, who are doing their bit to prop up. I'm going to use that word.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I did already, didn't I?
Possibly. All I know is that your frog is going wild, man. It's been
Sorry,
hearing
I've
about
got a frog
scorpions.
in my throat.
I mean, you're welcome to leave it on. You can hear how popular Bomber. Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
they're
to
propping
prop up.
up.
Yeah.
So because while all these talks, oh, by the way, I have to also say that the other thing in the council meeting where they discussed the salaries, there was two items on the agenda. The salary thing, and then a report back from the acting director of municipal water infrastructure.
Oh, the infrastructure, yes. Infrastructure, yes.
A report back about the current water crisis.
Yeah.
And that's when the municipality, the councillors said, one of the councillors, I think it was the mayor or whatever, said, let's do this in committee, which means the public can't hear it.
Yeah. I mean, they turn off the stream.
The opposition councillors were saying, no, the public need to hear about this.
Yeah.
But once again, it was a majority vote, so that went off screen.
Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile,
back at the ranch.
Meanwhile, back on the floor, on the ground, there's a group called the Knysna Infrastructure Group.
Yes.
So these are individuals and businessmen in Knysna, and I'm sure some of them are from Sedgefield as well.
Yes, yeah.
Who have basically formed a group to assist keeping the town running. So that's basically getting their hands dirty.
That's it. Saying
when
they're not doing the job,
fixing,
we're gonna do it. Yeah.
They work, but they're working in conjunction with the municipality. So they're not saying, get out of our way, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
They're saying, okay, what do you need? What do you need to the... So while they're having the meeting, on October 22nd, according to this group, they've got a WhatsApp communication.
On the WhatsApp group.
On the WhatsApp group. Today on the WhatsApp group. Actually, it was last week. On the 22nd of October, the Gona pump, so that's one of the pumps in the Knysna River Gona, the Gona pump station transformer suffered a catastrophic failure resulting in a loss of pumping capacity.
Ooh.
So that pump just
broke.
freaked out. And it sounds like there wasn't a spare.
It done broke.
Okay. Then the Charlesford pump station also experienced damage.
Charlie!
Requiring the removal and repair of its running pump.
Okay.
Additionally, pump 3 failed and was removed.
Whoa.
A new pump was installed on October 24th.
Okay.
But unfortunately failed on October the 26th.
Oh, goodness. This sounds like an ESCOM kind of thing. Where all these stations,
this sound like no maintenance. Okay. These stations are vital. This is what the message says. For Knysna's potable water supply with the Ackerkloof Dam acting as a backup. Whoa. So these pumps are pumping Knysna's water supply.
Yes. Yeah. Essential. Without it, no water. That's it.
Grundfos. I don't know what Grundfos is. I have to admit, I didn't have time to look it up.
It was a typo.
Arranged to buy back 2 pumps from a mine in Botswana. This is how involved these people are. They're buying pumps in Botswana.
And they're not from the municipality drawing 60,000 Rand a month, are they?
So, no, they're not.
No.
So these pumps that they bought from a mine in Botswana arrived October 24, and payment for these pumps is expected to be finalized tomorrow. So I'm guessing that they now have gone to the municipality and said, okay, we've got these pumps. We need some money for the pumps. This is emergency.
Yes.
The transformer at Gona is scheduled for replacement this week. That's another huge outlay. Currently, the Ackerkloof Dam is the sole water source. So that's their backup plan, is the sole water source.
Yeah.
Its gravity-fed system is under pressure to meet demand, leading to lower reservoir levels, particularly in higher areas.
Okay.
The system is being continually monitored by these volunteers. Okay. So they thank a lot of people and whatever.
Yeah, because these are just individuals that they're thanking, and people, like you say, on the ground, stepping up and doing the right thing.
So a couple of days later, they say, okay, good news for a change. The
Yeah,
proof of
for a
payment
change.
has been provided.
We got the
and
pop.
so we've got the pumps.
Nice.
Okay, they're making a plan to get the pumps in Neisner and work through the night.
What?
Through the night if they are
guys,
permitted,
Thank you. Yeah.
in
yeah.
order to get the one pump up and running by Thursday.
Wow.
Please keep using water. Then the following, this morning, this came in. This morning, the payments for the pumps has gone through, and the folks from Grundfos are on their way to install. So it took a while for the payment to go through.
Yeah,
from
sure,
the
of course, probably a
municipality.
big lump.
So this is it goes on and on. Keeping us informed, but
Yeah.
it's presenting another story, which is some of the service providers to the municipality
Yeah.
are holding back because they
Whoa.
have to,
Yes,
they
because
are
they're not
not
getting
being
paid.
paid.
Oi, okay.
So they're saying, okay, give us this pump
Yeah.
for urgent repair, but darn, you pay us, guys.
Yeah.
Pay us for the 25 other times that we
Yeah.
did work for you.
Oi,
Because we're
oi.
not doing nothing unless you do that. And I don't know why they talk like that, but they do. Because they're so frustrated.
Exactly, yeah. Because
Yeah.
no, talking any other way doesn't work.
just hasn't
Apparently,
helped,
just
yes,
emails
yeah.
and oh my goodness.
So, yeah,
Oh.
so that also delays because it's no longer saying, hey, guys, do us a favor. And I'm sure if they were told, listen, Neisner's water
Yeah,
depends
yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
If they'd had their bills paid.
Yes. Actually, it depends on.
Yes,
and all of that.
So yeah, that's the frustrating thing.
But there's the good news out of that, and the kind of the tail end of that is that there are the good people, the right
are.
people that just need to be in the right places, and that's where we can
Yeah.
put pressure on. That's where we can
Yeah.
have these hot takes and
Yeah.
have these discussions about salaries
Yeah.
and how are we helping out and how can we better
Yes.
sort this out. Pay attention to the council meetings, to the edge, where
Yes.
a lot of it is summarized. We don't all have
Yeah.
the 5 hours to listen to a lot of the conversations where they
The
just
meetings,
kind of back
yeah,
and forth.
yeah.
And one of the big ones, and this links up with this, but just links up with our community more, and it's what we
Yeah.
started with, was let's serve each other in this community. Let's look after each other. Let's get together
Yeah.
as a community. And it's amazing to see the impact of the things like the Striders helping out that kid in Smutsville, the Kites Festival helping out with 90 grand.
90 grand for their bursary fund.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the melodrama,
like 200 grand?
wow,
Did I read that
just
right?
under 200,000 rand
Hot
they gave to
potatoes.
local charities last week.
Yo,
On
that's-
Saturday, they had a presentation thing. It was amazing.
cool.
Just under 200,000, like 198,000
incredible.
something
Yeah.
to local charities.
And these kind of events
Wow.
make such a difference. Anecdotally, there was in Wilderness this I think it was last weekend.
Yes,
Well, no,
yeah.
this past Saturday. They had a big demonstration of the fire brigade and their new amazing fire trucks.
Oh,
They were
wow.
ridiculous helicopters,
Oh,
all that
cool.
biz. Families
Wow.
pulling through, and my dad with my wife and kids, they went and they had a look at all of it. And it was just this really special time together. And they were like, whoa, helicopter, incredible fire truck that can shoot
Yes.
water up a mountain from below it. Like,
Wow,
like a really,
yes,
yeah. futuristic kind of biz.
Yeah.
And then they see the cool drinks truck, which is in the shape of a can. And they're like, wow, look at that can of Coke. to which my dad says to them, my kids are, little, 5 and 7 years
Yeah.
old. Then he's like, oh, what do you think's going to happen if you make a hole in it? Do you think Coke's going to come out? A real grandpa joke.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
an expert in them.
Grandpa jokes are like a rung above or below dad jokes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
They're magic, pure magic. And then my son just looks at him and says, Grandpa, that was such a good joke. and then my dad says, well, why aren't you laughing? He says, oh, I'm just laughing so much on the inside.
Has your son got a birthday coming up?
Next year.
Oh, okay. No, well, it is Christmas coming soon.
There we go,
Christmas
yeah.
is coming soon. Yeah. Brilliant.
So
brilliant.
what the point of that is that's a memory for my son, for my family, this next generation who's going to be carrying the mantle of this awesome culture of being with each other in community, of coming out for events, whether it's anything that floats, melodrama, kites festivals, open house kind of ones, and auctions
Yes.
and
Yeah.
bully bashes, and
All those things.
What
yeah.
a place to be.
Yes,
Thanks.
it is a place to be, and yeah, we must let our children see the community helping. We must do it ourselves.
I believe that you. Hey, no.
No.
So there are too many of them to mention by name, and we've already gone long this episode. But
Yeah.
do check The Edge. So many of them are in there. I've learned about
Yes,
a ton
yeah.
of things just kind of happening from there. More so than getting the ones that get lost in the Facebook and the fights and all of that.
yes.
So check it out. So thank you for highlighting those. Send those in.
Oh, that's our job. Yeah, we love it. Yeah.
Well, it's just my job.
It's just my job,
I'm
yeah.
just going to do it. It's just, I'm really looking
I'm
to
hoping for
go.
a mayor's salary.
Exactly, I'm working on it. Hey? Got to get that advertising in. But that's it for us for this week. Bomber, thank you so much.
Thank you, and I hope this works.
Me too.
Yeah, just don't phone me at 3 a.m. again. Yeah.
Dang
Okay.
it. Okay. Fine.
Good night.
Okay, bye.